We'll move on to 5.10, sitting as the Lake County Watershed Protection District Board of Directors, adopt resolution authorizing Lake County Watershed Protection District Director to amend the flood system repair project, 2024 Levee Patrol Road Gravel Repair Project Agreement to increase funding for the project. This was pulled by a citizen. Julia, did you want to come up and accentuate? You were going on to it, but I wanted to make sure that we got through that portion and give you the opportunity to explain why you pulled it.
Thank you. So the Upper Lake Community Services District Formation Committee wanted to pull this because we're in the midst of finalizing the LAFCO budget for application for a new community services district. And this affects our draft budget. So we'd like to understand why there's an additional $100,000, where that money's coming from and from the state. Is it associated in any way with the repairs to the scouring area on Middle Creek diversion? Prefer that any money spent goes on that since it's continually deteriorating and scaring the community of Upper Lake. But we do need to know what's happening and understand because it does affect our draft budget. Thank you.
Quick question. How many people are on your formation committee?
4.
4, okay. And were you at the February Worth meeting? I think you were.
I am the chair of the Levee Committee for Worth.
Right, and so there was an explanation as to the Caltrans mitigation project that's explaining how they're going to be working on the area you're talking about. So either way, I know Water Resources is here, so I'll let them go ahead and answer some of your questions. I'm just reminding you because I remember that meeting and there was a lot of discussion about it, so I just wanted to clarify those.
Thank you. This is about the budget. Thank you.
Right. Well, it's about the levies. You mentioned that, and
Yeah,
4 people are concerned and are on this committee out of 1,200 people in Upper Lake, and you have Water Resources here that's going to answer your questions. So let's let them answer the questions, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Whose
Okay.
questions?
They're right here. So
So this is the FSRP project, which is repair for the Levee Patrol Road. So this has nothing to do with what was mentioned here before. What was mentioned here, because this is like a totally separate project. This funding comes from the state. It can be used for only that specific things. We can't just use it for any other thing because that's a dedicated fund which has been proposed. And right now the situation is because we have already made that fix, like the repairing of the road itself, but our costs end up being like 10% more due to like some of the unforeseen situations. So we requested from the state to increase our budget, and that's what this resolution is about, saying the county is okay with accepting that additional funds. So that work has already been done. The expenses has been made. It is just like we are receiving those to cover our cost. It doesn't make any money available for any other things if we don't approve this.
Supervisor Sabatier?
Yeah, just a quick question. Approximately how much is that 10% increase?
So this is maybe around 20 to 25,000.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. And so this is basically closing out the project that was worked on, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Did you have anything else? Did you want to add, Linda?
No worries. Not at this time. It's just being reimbursed. We went over budget, and so DWR is saying, hey, we're going to try to get you some more money. And so that they needed an updated resolution to account for those things.
Thank you. And I know that in some of the presentations and discussions at Worth, I know that Water Resources is very eager to have DWR there to help basically kind of reference what you're saying, because a lot of times, for some reason, the county can mention this and it's not taken at face value. So I appreciate maybe next time if we can coordinate with them to be here so we can, this could help. Because I see what you're doing. And I've been a part of some of these discussions, so.
Yep, we've been in conversation with Marvigan, and he's going to try to make it to the 15th. We're trying to see if our schedules, because right now is levy inspection, and he does them all for California.
Thank you.
But we'll get him there.
Yeah, so let me briefly address that thing. I think because that scour thing has been coming up like time and again, but we do have a plan to address that. Like we have a project in line, which is hopefully like in near future we will implement that, and probably that should address the type of some part of the concern which has been raised here. But because we don't have like a dedicated fund like which we can use for anything at any moment of notice, so that's why we have to plan for things like any scar or something, but it will be addressed.
All right, thank you. The public input, so if you wanted to come back up and give your public input to this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So what I got from that is that the Department of Water Resources at the state level is where the money's coming from.
So if you can just continue on with your three.
And that this was the work done on the road, but what I don't understand is what was the unseen reason for the increase. I know it's only 25,000, but again, with the LAFCO budget, we need to adjust it. So we'd like to understand. Thank you.
And so I don't know why the LAFCO budget has anything to do with this, but go ahead, Director Padje.
So actually, I think we did like initially we planned for like about a mile, say for an example about a mile. So we did like mile and another 200 feet or 500 feet of thing. So that's what adds up our cost. Yeah.
All right. All right, are there any other comments or questions from anybody? Anyone on Zoom? All right, I'll close public input and we'll look for action if anyone is willing to.
Mr. Chair, if you don't mind, I offer the resolution.
Resolution has been offered.
Right. Okay, we're directors. Director Owen?
Aye.
Director Sabatier?
Aye.
Director Rasmussen?
Aye.
Director Pyska?
Yes.
And Director Crandall?
Aye. With that, resolution is passed 500. And just a quick reference, thank you, Director Padje. One of the things I think we might want to be prepared for is when we have our budgets this June to have that actual zone, in depth, so we can explain that budget, because that's the budget that we're really talking about, and not any other budget that's outside of the scope of the county. So, thanks again.